Hello and welcome to Insights with Thomas Caldwell on Thursday, July the 6th, 2023. Tom, I've heard you say, and I quote, part of managing money is to anticipate the anticipators. What does that mean?
Well, first off, I hate my own quotes coming back at me.
Sorry.
That's all right. Well, all investors are peering into the future. You're investing on the basis of what you think will be. And if you're doing that, and that's what everyone's trying to do, you can't go on the basis of what is now visible, because everybody knows that. That information is universal. It's a commodity. So you have to somehow get ahead of what is published, what is known, because it's in the market at the present time. Let me give you an example. One of the companies I'm just looking at, I haven't bought it yet, but is Alibaba. Alibaba is like Amazon in Asia. It's double the size of Amazon, and it's 1/8 of the price of Amazon. So, okay, we all know about China, we all know the problem. That's in the system. But it seems to me the Americans are trying to make friends with China these days. So they're going to de-villainize them. I don't know if that's a word, de-villainize China and kind of open it up a bit. Now, you're dealing with a totalitarian regime, I know that. But this company does business all through Southeast Asia. Massive, massive population to deal with. So that might represent good value. So there's none of that if you look at media, there's still China is bad. But you can see underneath it, people are trying to rehabilitate that image so America can still do business with them. And that should make them a little bit more accommodative as well. So that's the thought process. I haven't bought Alibaba yet, but I'm thinking of it because it's so cheap relative to something else. And they're still in the doghouse as far as politics in the West goes. So I think that might change. That's just an example of that type of thinking.
So let's move on to the markets. Do you believe that there is an opportunity right now?
There's always an opportunity. It's interesting. People will look at market and say, the market's done really well this year, but it's a peak. It's a very narrow universe of stocks. It's these high techs. It's, again, the Netflix, it's anything, the NVIDIAs, these companies in high tech. A very small number of high-tech companies, and their massive capitalizations have pulled the whole indexes up, but that's not indicative of what the market is. If you take a look at other areas, whether it be manufacturing-based, whether it be financials, whether it be energy, they're all down 20%. A lot of them are down significantly. That's where the bargain is. So you want to get off the peak to this other stuff that hasn't moved along, and eventually it will come along. Yes, there are fears of how higher interest rates are going to go. Are we going to put the economy into recession? Yeah, it's going to be bumpy, but there is no time more uncertain than the present. And that's where the opportunities live. Get away from the peak and some of the stuff that hasn't moved and in fact has declined. There's where the opportunities are.
Thank you so much for your insights, Tom.
You're very welcome.
And thank you all for watching. Bye for now.